sunlight begins to fade now, and I feel like I'm losing time, but I don't know how I'm here. The sunlight has turned to gray, and I feel like I'm losing love again. I don't know how I'm here. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Simracersworld TV and the Sunday Drivers Simracersworld MX-5 series. My name is Charles Draycott, and I'm going to be bringing you all of the action this evening. It's certainly going to be an exciting one at that. The drivers tonight are going to be running around the wonderful Okayama circuit, the very, very exciting Okayama circuit. Can't wait to see how these cars get on the very slippery Japanese tarmac that we all know and love. It's certainly going to be an exciting night. The drivers are just finishing up their practice session at the moment. We look at Sander Ware at the moment, the Dutch driver for H20 Esports Racing. Of course, thanks to H20 of the sponsors of the series for doing everything they do and their constant support of the championship. You can see Sander there in the beautiful livery that they have. It's a very striking one indeed. Hopefully we'll see that at the front tonight as well, not to be biased in any way, of course. We have Vamos Lopez in the chat. That's Javier Lopez of H20 Esports Racing as well, the Spanish driver here, who we'll go on board with for just a moment. Now you will see on the track map that there he is, number 11, just coming around to the end of the lap. And Jack in the chat says this was the first ever track car combo I drove on iRacing, bringing back memories of the rookie struggles. Yeah, I believe most people who are on iRacing would have driven this combo at some point in their career. It certainly is a great combination. Bram Claes is currently top of the standings at the moment for SimTech Racing Team in his MX-5 with, well, a very complex looking spec map on it. If you don't know what the spec map is, that is basically the different sections of the livery that are in different finishes. So you can see the front of both of them there, the SimTech Racing Team cars. They're matte black most of the way around, and there's red chrome sections on them as well. Nice little highlights to show the livery off at its best. Kalle Kivisto is second at the moment. He is a privateer in the championship in the number 37 car. And yeah, we have all done a lot of laps here. Sebastian Hain is third at the moment for Powerhole Sim Racing Academy, and the word power is in capitals, so that means it's very exaggerated, which I like. Nice livery that as well, to be honest. We're going to get used to a lot of the liveries tonight, so do bear with me if I don't quite recognise someone straight away from their livery. This is one that I've been seeing on a lot of the screenshots and pictures though. Andrew Lovesey in the Simulation Racing League's car. And it does bring me to mention the current championship standings for these guys. Because at the moment, it's a very well-contested league as things stand. It's very, very close at the top of the standings as well. All the way up and down as well, I believe it's very close. Just waiting for it to load now, but it's just taking its time. Typical technology for you, isn't it? So your championship leader then is the man on screen, Andrew Lovesey, in first place with 77 points. Only 3 points behind him though. It's Bram Claes in second place. Third place is Kevin Walsh who I cannot see on circuit. He is actually there. Simulation Racing Leagues he races for. He's 7th at the moment. He is on 58 points, so quite a little bit further behind. Calais Cavisto is 4th at the moment in the championship. And Louis Correa is in 5th. Doesn't look like Louis is on track at the moment for the evening. Well, a very well contested championship all the same. And into the pits comes Calais Cavisto. Well, thank you everybody for joining in. We've got 38 viewers at the moment. Welcome everyone, welcome indeed. I'll put some wave emojis in chat for you as well. Hopefully we get a few back. Everyone give us a wave. Give us a wave indeed. We'll look a bit further down the order. Scott Angelo is a privateer in the... he is in actually one of the Simtech Racing Team liveries. Not quite sure whether he is racing for them at the moment. David Geddes. I've raced with David before actually in an official race quite a while ago. The Canadian driver there in the purple and green number 31 car. Timo Paiha in the beautiful pink and white car there. You can't miss that one, can you? He's in 19th position in practice as things stand. And Xavier Lopez is there in 11th with Rene Ware. I hope I'm getting that right, or is it Ware? I do apologise if I've got it wrong. He's really hanging the back end out round there at the final corner. Michael Ellett at the moment is in 5th place, another livery that we're not going to miss. Wow, very bright one indeed. And Martin Chespon Peneiro, he is in 8th position as things stand. Neil Armstrong, hopefully won't be travelling to the moon this evening. He's going down into the hairpin at the end of the straight. Stuart Dalton moves up the board for DH Racing. He's into 17th place now. And that, as you very suddenly see there, is the end of practice. So this is the time now where the drivers will really start to unwind now. Qualifying. All the drivers will be coming out. Just going to see who is leaving the pit lane first. Peter van der Noord is on his way out of the pit lane in the number 29 car. Ahead of him, Alvaro Rodriguez Porter for H20 Esports. Good evening to everyone that is watching. We're at 40 viewers already tonight. And of course, don't forget, this is the first ever broadcasted race for this series as well. It's a very exciting move forward for them and for us at Simracersworld TV. And I, Chaz Draycott, I'm very grateful to have been given the opportunity to do this for you all. Jean-Louis Morget. He's another privateer in the championship. Here is Kevin Walsh then. Kevin is, like I say, 3rd in the championship at the moment. This is Jack's favourite song of the playlist. Well, I'm glad, mate, I'm glad. Peter Reed for Simtech. Oh, he's pulled over. Maybe he's just going to see whether he's... I think he's trying to get some clear air and get out of the traffic. Here's Stuart Dalton that I mentioned not too long ago with a very bright green roll cage. Oh, Stuart's kept his foot in there and the car's gone around. Michael Ellett, by the way, I must add, is a South African driver. We've got a fantastic mix of drivers in here then. We'll go through some of the nationalities then. So we've got drivers like Sander Ware, who are from the Netherlands. Javier Lopez is Spanish. Jordanin Svetanov? Is it Svetanov? He's from Bulgaria. We've got the Belgian Bram Claes, Peter Reed, and a lot of others we have as British drivers. Jean-Louis Morget is a French driver. David Geddes from Canada. Arturo Davila from Mexico. Scott Angelo is an Australian driver. Craig Hawkins in the pit lane at the moment is an American. Sebastian Hain from Germany. Michael Ellett, the South African driver. And we even have 2 drivers from Finland as well, Kalle Koivisto. Now that's a fantastic list of nationalities and lots of promise in this championship. Drivers all over the world turning up for this one. Kevin Walsh has gone fastest at the moment and done a lap. He's probably going to pull over here and get out of the way. As Pedro Marimon Cladera goes top as things stand. What we'll do for you as well is put the gap on the left-hand side of the screen so you can see the spread over the entire field and the difference between all their lap times. Alberto Sala, my old friend, can you send me some jamon? And yes, Ian gets it completely right. This is a brilliantly represented league. Here's Svetanov. I'm really sorry, I will get these names right eventually. Timo Paya in 10th position at the moment. I really do like that livery. We've got Rodriguez Porter is off the circuit. Just about keeps it out of the wall. He's probably going to pop back to the pits to get another car. But Bram Claes is top of the standings at the moment. We'll go on board with Bram and just get a lap under our belts here. So this at the moment is turn 3, essentially, the little left-right section. You're going on to the brakes now, staying on the outside. Turn it to the inside, nice early apex, and you can let the car run out wide here because you're trying to get a really long run all the way down the back straight as Peter van der Noord goes top in the number 29 car. The fast lap's coming in now then, just 0.05 of a second is Neil Armstrong behind him. Look at the size of this back straight. We're going to see a lot of slipstreaming here. We're on 54 viewers at the moment. Welcome everybody, welcome. Thank you for tuning in this evening. Of course, this is the debut for this championship being broadcast. Sunday, possibly Monday. Yeah, these cars do take a while to get around areas. Wow, Koivisto goes top at the moment. 1:48.1, he's half a second clear of Sander Ware. Sebastian Hain pops in there, just under a 10th behind him as well. This is a nice clean lap at the moment by Bram Claes. As the laps get in just ahead of him though, where is he going to end up? Don't forget everybody, if you are watching, please do give the video a like and do subscribe to Simracersworld TV to see more broadcasts like this. I also broadcast a TCR series on Tuesday nights. Every 2 weeks we do a Formula 3 series on Wednesday nights. And there is a series on the iRacing Esports Network as well on Wednesdays. Bram Claes then goes top, 1:48.1. Just under a 10th faster than Koivisto. Fantastic work by Bram Claes, who is close to finishing a lap. Let's have a look. Alvaro Rodriguez Porter. He's on an out lap at the moment, actually. We saw him spin a moment ago. So hopefully this lap goes better for him. David Geddes is just ahead, I believe. Just behind him there. Who is that? Here's Stuart Dalton a bit further down the other. That's Kevin Walsh, isn't it? The championship contender, number 36. Just behind David Geddes. David Geddes is now completing his lap. So we'll see if he manages to improve up the order. Where does he go to? He goes up to 11th place with a 1:49.574. Just a second quicker than him though is Kevin Walsh, who we just saw there, going into 5th place. And Rene Ware is on the list. He is 20th at the moment. As Koivisto goes even faster again, 1:47.885. He's now 2/10 clear at the top. And doing a brilliant job, he is. So this is Rene Ware at the moment. Just going around the last couple of corners. Lovesey goes into 18th place, of course the championship leader at the moment. Pereira goes into 4th. Oh, and he's gone wide out the final corner as Rene saves the car from going around, but unfortunately that's ruined his lap and he's going to go back to the pits. Here's his teammate, Alvaro Rodriguez Porter, who is about just over halfway around a lap at the moment. As you can see, the grid is very, very close though. If we just go to 10th place Craig Walters, there's only a second separating the top 10. It is incredibly close. Looks like Alvaro's not on a fast lap at the moment. Vamos Rene, Vamos Javi. There's a lot of support for these drivers in the chat. I love it. Keep it up, everybody. So here is your championship leader then. Andrew Lovesey, 5.1 seconds off the top at the moment. And I don't think that that is going to last very long. We'll go on board with him, just see how he gets on in these last few corners. He certainly looks fast. Witterballs, Davey is asking for a Simracers World IndyCar series. Well, mate, keep asking, you never know what could happen. This is looking like a quick lap from Mr. Lovesey. Will Andrew go top? Down the straight he goes. He's done a purple final sector. Second place, 147.972. Within a tenth of Kivisto, but not quite top. Vamos Chaz. Yes, Jack, I agree. As wow, there you go. Pereiro goes top, 147.718. Brilliant lap there from Martin. Javier Lopez is 6th at the moment for H20 Esports Racing. Bram Claes goes up to 3rd. Plenty of good laps coming in here. What I owe you as well at the top of the screen now is the full time of the session. It's a 20-minute session. We're not even halfway through it yet. Craig Walters is in 11th position for Simulation Racing Leagues. His teammate is Kevin Walsh, just ahead of him. In the matte red car. The liveries, of course, have come from Trading Paints, so some of them don't quite match up. Don't bring pitchforks and torches around to my house. Neil Armstrong has just gone up into 11th place there. His personal best now, 148.831. 57 viewers, amazing. Amazing stuff. Thank you, everybody. Please do not forget to subscribe. Make sure that you do so, and you will catch a lot of our future broadcasts. It's great to have you all here and bring you the first broadcast event for this championship. Javier Lopez has just gone into the pit lane. Michael Ellett is up to 7th position at the moment. Jordanin Svetanov, I've still not got your name right, mate, I'm really sorry. He's just out on track now on an out lap, warming up his tyres, flicking the car from right to left very aggressively. Peter van der Noord was top early on. Oh, he's just gone off to the grass. Keeps the car out of the barrier. As Michael Ellett improves there, 148.0, puts him 5th on the grid at the moment. Sander Ware is 10th as things stand. We'll go on board with Sander for a moment. Only 2.7 seconds cover the top 20, and on a lap that's nearly 2 minutes, that's not a lot at all. That's very, very close indeed. And you never know, it may be even closer in the race with all the slipstreaming. Oh, Sanders clipped the grass. Does really well to save it, but the car really loses a lot of momentum and he pulls over, and that's going to be the end of his lap there. Back into the pits goes Sander. Harry Bowen in that very striking livery. I love that. Huge fan of that. He is in 24th position at the moment. Walsh is now racing for Titan GT. I see. I will get that changed for you then. That'll be why the livery's different. Makes sense now, doesn't it? So Titan GT, you say? There we go. I don't mean to call him Sweat, I'm sorry. Svetanov. There you go. I hope I got it right anyway. Like I say, a lot of new names to me on this list. Robert van den Heuvel. Oh, well, there's commentator's curse for you. You're pointing a camera at him, and he's off. Manages to get the car back under control. There's a big spread of I rating in this league as well. We've got Bram Claes with 2,200. And then drivers such as Stuart Dalton with 628 I rating. But of course, a lot of these guys maybe do just league stuff. There's a lot of drivers on iRacing that don't do official races. All they do is leagues because of how well organised they are. And just to prove for you, here as well, Sky Austin. There he is, Kevin Walsh, driving for Titan GT. Let me just move this actually. And in the bottom left of your screen, there it is. It has just updated, Titan GT. There you go. Smashing. We'll go back onto qualifying mode at the bottom so you can see some of the sectors that are coming in at the moment from these drivers. Andrew Lovesey still 5th. Kalle Kavisto. Michael Elliott has gone fastest. Michael Elliott, the South African, top of the standings at the moment from Martin Chespon Pereiro and Kalle Kavisto. So it's South Africa, Spain, Finland, Belgium and Britain in the top 5. And then it's Belgian, Spanish, Dutch, Brit and an Australian, Scott Angelo, rounding out the top 10. Let's get a big wave in chat. Let's get a big wave on the go. And in fact, let's go all out on it. Oh, as a round goes Scott Angelo. It's a Mexican wave as we look at Arturo Davila, the Mexican driver, 24th position. Thank you very much indeed, Sky, for the information. I back that up, Ian, entirely. But we've got a great spread, like I say. I'm very excited to see how much entertainment this championship brings us. Just moving up the order slightly there. Just trying to see who that was that just completed the lap. I believe it was Craig Walters. Has just gone up to 12th place. Still 2 seconds separating the top 19 cars now. It's amazingly close. But Michael Elliott is the quickest. Javier Lopez just crosses the line. So does Kalle Kavisto. Trying to see who's near the end of a lap. Van der Noord is just coming onto the final straight now. He's going to cross the line. We'll see whether he can improve further up the order. He does, up to 13th place with a 1:48.8. I've just noticed the team name for Harry Bowen, who's just come in the pit lane. The team is called Fast Cars Go Bang. Huge fan of that. Thank you for the emojis in chat, guys. Big Mexican wave. Here's Peter Reed, currently 20th at the moment. And oh yes, Davey, don't you worry, there will be plenty of close racing tonight. This is going to be awesome fun. And Fran Lopez is one of the supporters of Javier Lopez. We'll give Javier some screen time here. We'll go on board with him, in fact. There you go. Yep, these cars are made for it. You can hear the tyres screaming for mercy at the hands of Javier Lopez as Lovesey goes into 3rd, 1:47.8. Just under 2/10, 4 thousandths quicker than Kavisto in 4th place. So very close between these guys. We're staying around the 50 viewer mark as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for jumping in. Fast Cars, Go Bang. Let's go. Jason, good to see you, mate. Around the final corner then comes Javier Lopez, 7th at the moment. Fastest lap, a 1:48.27. Can he improve on that in the number 3 car? He goes across the line. He does, 1:48.0, so he gets a little bit of an improvement there. It goes up to 6th position overall. René Ware just coming around the final corner. There's commentator's curse for you again. Keeps it out of the wall. Oh, Cladera, who is that? Oh, that's the number 7 car, actually. The number 7 car has gone over. That's Arturo Davila. What happened to Arturo there? The camera has taken me to Alvaro Rodriguez Porto for some reason. Oh, Oh wow, Davila's just completely upside down in the middle of the circuit. I might have to go back a little bit further and just see. So this is what happened to Arturo Davila. Andy Hopley joins us in chat. Good to see you, mate. How are you? So this is Arturo Davila's final corner. Oh, he's got a little bit wide there. Clips the gravel. Car goes around. Oh, and he hits the pit wall hard. And the car goes over. Peñarero is second at the moment, just coming to finish a lap actually. Can he grab pole position? 33 thousandths of a second off Elliott. Actually, I think he's starting a fast lap now, never mind. Only 2 minutes of the session to go. So these guys are really pushing now. Kevin Walsh is just on the outer fringes of the top 10 at the moment. Championship leader Lovesey is in third place. Kevin is third in the championship. Always clip the gravel. The car goes really wide. I must say, I'm a huge fan of the matte red on that car. It looks brilliant. And he doesn't improve on his time there. Sander and René Ware are 8th and 9th at the moment. Xavier Lopez is 6th. Let's have a look down the order. Svetanov is in 17th place. Just ahead of Pedro Marimon Cladera, sorry. Some big drifting going on around here by the Bulgarian. Jordanin doing a fantastic job. Timo Paier is 21st in the pink, white, pink livery. Greetings from Germany, Jason. Hello, my friend. And Agron Berisha says, fast cars go bang, team, let's go. Sorry if I've got your name wrong, mate. Craig Hawkins doesn't seem to have put a lap in yet. Doesn't seem like he's still on track. There's the H20 cars all together. Let's see if anyone improves a bit further up the order. Svetanov has done a 48.9. He's done very well there. Oh, one of the H20 cars going straight on there. Who was that? One of them went straight on into the wall. Kalle Kavisto is in 4th place. I think he may be on a fast lap here. It doesn't look like anyone's doing any faster sectors. Timo Paier did his personal bests on every single sector last time round. Other than that, though, it seems... it looks like we've got a lot of these guys on their final laps of the session now. So Kalle Kavisto is not the closest to finishing a lap, I don't think. No, he is. He is. Although here's Stuart Dalton going across the line. I eat my words. Stuart crosses the line, 19th place. Does he improve at the very end of the session? He doesn't. Kalle Kavisto has also gone into the pits. So that lap must have been a good one for him. Neil Armstrong coming around the final corner. Oh, he's gone wide. Manages to keep it on the road, though. We won't get an off-track for that, so the lap will still count. He may have lost quite a bit of momentum, though. See how he gets on. Crosses the line. Doesn't improve. Here's Sander Ware. He's the next car just behind. Sander doesn't improve either. Here's Pedro Marimon Cladera. Just behind him is Svetanov. Sorry, that's Timo Paier just behind. Cladera improves. 18th, though. Stays there. And Timo Paier in the number 12 MX-5 does not improve. Peter Reed still on a lap, I believe. Looks like he was having a bit of trouble getting out of gear there. Bram Claes is just coming in the pit lane. It is H20. I've been briefed on that many a time, do not worry. The sponsor of the series, of course, H20. And yes, you're right, Davey, top 11 in less than a second. So very close between these guys. And that'll be the end of qualifying then. You can see there the iRacing Marshal going absolutely nuts with the flag, as if he's trying to dust it off against the wall. But very strong qualifying from them all then. And the session just coming to an end. You can see Pedro Cladera there and Sander Ware dancing around on the bottom of the overlay. And in just a moment, we'll have the grid for you. But how are we all feeling then towards this one? First race of this series ever being broadcast. I'm certainly very grateful to have been given the opportunity to do this, and I'm sure the guys are going to enjoy watching it back. Don't worry, Anton. Don't worry, mate. I was checking as well. I don't want to get these things wrong. I want to make sure that the sponsors are happy, series organisers are happy, and we all have a very good time. 55 viewers at the minute. Very pleased with that. Welcome, everybody, to Simracersworld TV. And any second now, there is your grid then. Michael Ellett takes pole position from Martin Chespon Penirero. Alongside Andrew Lovesey on the second row, it's Calais Cavisto. Bram Claes is in 5th place ahead of Javier Lopez. Then we have Sebastian Hain in 7th and Sander Ware in 8th. 9th is René Ware with Kevin Walsh in 10th. Scott Angelo is in 11th with Craig Walters in 12th. Then we have Peter van der Noord in 13th ahead of Neil Armstrong. Harry Bowen and Jordanin Svetanov are on the 8th row of the grid, with David Geddes and Pedro Cladera on row 9. Stuart Dalton and Peter Reid round out your top 20, with Timo Paya and Alvaro Porter on the 11th row of the grid. Then it's Robert Huvel ahead of Arturo Davia. And the last 3 cars, Jean-Louis Mauger, Luis Correa and Craig Hawkins. So the cars line up on the grid then. There is your pole sitter, Michael Ellett from South Africa. Thank you very much, Sky. Very, very grateful. It's just me tonight, I must say. I am very grateful to Ian, who you will see in the chat as Ian Simracersworld, for getting all of this organised for me, putting it together. But I am soloing this broadcast as I love to do so. The energy and stuff behind it all is very genuine, let me tell you. I really do enjoy this. But any second now, we are going to have the first race. Look at that fantastic grid. 26 cars with Louis Correa at the back there. Craig Hawkins doesn't look like he's taken to the grid, unfortunately. I think Craig may not have made it through the qualifying. But I shut the music up. And for the first time on the channel, the Sunday Drivers Simracersworld MX-5 series is go. Looks like a great launch by Michael Ellett. Andrew Lovesey's jumped up into 2nd place already. And Calais Cavisto, it's Penirero that's dropped position straight off the bat. Really, really good start. René Ware's just dropped a place there. That's Kevin Walsh going down the inside of him. Good battling all the way up and down the order. There's a little car out of shape there. That looked like, I think it was Stuart Dalton actually, who's just gone past Timo Paya. Actually, it was David Geddes that was out of shape. Oh, Svetanov's off. Svetanov is around. There's position changes further up the front as well. But Svetanov loses out there. Really not sure what happened. Let's have a quick check back. Oh, I think he changed down really aggressively there on the way in. Just kisses the wall. Gets away with it though, bad look of it. There's cars off as well. Arturo Davia's in the wall. Harry Bowen as well. Javier Lopez is having trouble as well. He's got a smoking car. Real engine issues there. So there's been a proper incident between these boys. Oh, Michael Ellett. Michael Ellett is apparently around. Oh, there's a huge crash at the hairpin. There's cars stationary all over the place. Michael Ellett has gone around. That's a really important one because he was the race leader. Let's have a look. He's got Andrew Lovesey behind him. The 3 wide in the background. Oh, Lovesey's going to go to the back of him. Oh, Lovesey turns him around. Ellett gets caught by a couple of other cars as well. Oh, one of the Simtech cars goes straight into him. Wow, Walsh makes it through without any contact there. And Javier Lopez is in the pits. Look at the smoke pouring out of that. But it's Andrew Lovesey now who leads the race in the number 33 car. Cavisto is 2nd and the gap is huge. Then it's Sander Ware. He's got a brilliant chase on here with Kevin Walsh behind him. Kevin looks to the inside, doesn't quite make it. But wow, very, very frantic start from these guys. Very frantic indeed. It's a 16-lap race, boys, so you can take it easy. Side by side there is Bram Claes and Scott Angelo. Scott looking to the inside. Looks like he's got the job done. And just ahead of them, Walsh and Ware side by side as well. Ware on the inside in the number 1 H20 car, the Titan GT car around the outside of Kevin Walsh. Very strong stuff. Still side by side. Looks like Kevin's just going to get in front. But if I'm honest, I really want to go and have a quick look back at what happened to these guys. So this is Harry Bowen just off the track. We need to go a little bit further back than that, don't we? Here we go. Here is the incident then. Oh, so in the wall already. Oh, Harry Bowen wheel-to-wheel contact, and then cars in the just ahead of them made contact. An absolute nightmare for these boys. Oh, it looks like Sander Wehr's off the circuit as well. Not sure whether there was contact. Oh, he rejoins, nearly makes contact as well. That is Correa. More contact there as well. Sorry, that was Peñarero going past him. Correa is just behind. Sanders off the circuit again. Oh, the car's out of shape. It looks like he's having real trouble controlling it at the moment. That's the number 50 car of Peter Reid who's gone through. Peter's gained 12 places at the moment. But if I bring up the gains on the left-hand side of your screen, Louis Correa has gained 20 positions in 2 laps. What an amazing start of a race he's had. And it looks like he's not going to stop there either as he goes onto the straight. He's got Peñarero just in front of him. You can see the smoke out the side. Wow, Peñarero's got a real issue with that car in a straight line. And flying through goes Louis Correa, the Venezuelan driver, doing an absolutely monstrous job at the moment. Kvisto does the fastest lap of the race. And it's very lively indeed from these boys. Very lively start, very lively. So at the moment we've lost Jean-Louis Mauger, we've lost René Wehr, Xavier Lopez, Stuart Dalton, Peter van der Noord and Sander Wehr has come in the pit lane as well. They do have fast repairs in this championship though, so he's come back in, got the car fixed and off he goes. Michael Ellett as well is further down the order, he's in 20th place. The closest 2 cars on track right now are Peñarero, and he's got Scott Angelo and Peter Reid in front of him. There's differing speeds all up and down the order. Bram Claes, Timo Paya has just driven past Bram like he wasn't there. Timo also having a great race. He's gained 11 positions so far. Louis Correa has got Craig Walters right behind him though at the moment. We'll go on the gearbox cam. There is Craig Walters of Simulation Racing Leagues. Of course, his teammate leading the race at the moment is 3 seconds clear of Kalle Kvisto. You can see the difference of lines that these boys are taking and the difference in pace they've got. Oh, Louis not quite making the gear change there. Banging the car off the rev limiter. Oh, Pedro Marimon Cladera has gone around. Stuart Dalton's apparently had an issue as well at some point. Let's have a look. He's fallen down to 24th place at the moment. Oh, the car just gets away from him at turn 1. Keeps it out of the wall though. Does a good job there. Oh, Peñarero's gone round. Oh, Peñarero's had to come in the pits, that's why. Well, we look at our race leader there, Andrew Lovesey. Doing an awesome job at the moment. He's got 2.7 seconds. Oh, I think Craig Walters had an issue as well. He's just gone off the circuit. It's all kicking off here. Timo Paya has just lost a place to Cladera. We'll go on board with Timo Paya. Just see if you can spot the slipstream from here. Oh, he's got a really, really good run as Timo Paya. Cladera's just off to the right of the screen. Still over 50 viewers at the moment. Thank you everyone for sticking around. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. This is really good fun. Paya trying to go around the outside. He's nice and courteous on the brakes there. 2 of the closest cars on track are actually Sebastian Hain and Michael Ellett. So if we go on board with Sebastian, well, for a moment. There is Michael. Michael's early on the brakes. Sebastian defends, stays to the inside. The Powerhole Sim Racing Academy car. Just ahead of them is Arturo Davia, the Mexican driver, the number 7 H20 esports car. Looks like Stuart Dalton's had an issue. He has just popped up to the top of the timing sheet, but I can confirm that he is not in the lead. Oh, down the inside goes the number 6. Sebastian having to get out of that now, and of course Michael Elliott, oh, he was going to get out of it, but Peñeiraro's gone off. Peñeiraero was trying to find a way through there, it didn't work. Svetanov has just overtaken Dalton, and he's now got Geddes right behind him as well. Geddes is looking down the inside. Lovesey is definitely one to watch. He's driving away at the moment. Kvisto not too far behind though, 2.7 seconds, you know. The gap has stayed about the same. Peter Reid has got Scott Angelo right up his chuff here as they come around turn 3, 4 or 5, whichever one you want to count as corners before it. Let's see what the slipstream does here. Doesn't look like Scott's jumping into it yet. Nope, there he is. Scott's got a very damaged front end on that MX-5, you know, and the slipstream doesn't really seem to be doing a lot. But he'll be happy with 6th place at the moment. Onto the brakes they go. Just trying to really optimise their lines around there. Let's see who's close together. Sebastian Hain and Harry Bowen. Sebastian down the inside. Harry breaks quite a lot there, and Michael Elliott has to get out of it. You can see the rear discs glowing on the MX-5. He's got Peñeiraero right with him as well. Oh, Peñeiraero clips the grass, manages to control it though. And Elliott is really looking for a way to get back up the order. I don't think you can use the handbrake in these cars, can you, Davey? Oh, down the inside goes Elliott, and Harry Bowen wasn't expecting him. Harry's gone wide, he's gone off the circuit, but back on again. There's Arturo Davila behind him. And this is a heck of a chase here from Peñeiraero on Elliott. I'm really enjoying this league so far. I hope you guys are as well on the broadcast. Hope you're really having a good time watching this. So many drivers that I've not seen before as well, so I'm not sure who's going to be faster than who. And it really does seem up in the air. There's a lot of variation in pace all up and down the order. Down the inside goes Peñeiraero. Big send on Elliott. Doesn't get it sorted. And Elliott holds on to 16th position. Got a great battle going on here behind Craig Walters. Then it's got Timo Pyer, Neil Armstrong and Jordanin Svetanov. 2x2 as they go down the back straight. Svetanov on the left, Armstrong on the right. Looks like Svetanov's got in front. He's going to look down the inside of the number 41 car. Craig Walters as well goes for it. Craig manages to still make the corner. Oh, now down the inside again. It's Armstrong. Tries to come back through. Still side by side. Hopefully no contact. Nope, nothing yet. Side by side now as they go into the hairpin again. Down the inside goes Armstrong. David Geddes is just behind this, watching it all unfold. These guys battling for the last few places in the top 10. It's just ahead. Timo Pyer still side by side here with Craig Walters. Walters really putting on a good show at the moment. The gap for the lead, by the way, has come down. You can see it in the bottom right of your screen there. 2.19 seconds. Correa does the fastest lap of the race. Louis Correa, 22 places gained. We'll go on board with Kvisto for a second in the number 37 car. And yeah, you're right, Ian. Svetanov was dead last after lap 1, and now he's up in 11th place. It's amazing how quickly things can turn around. Jean-Louis Morget has gone into the pit lane. Van der Noord is a lap down. Stuart Dalton is a lap down. Other than that, René Ware is the last car on the lead lap. But look at the gap in the bottom right of your screen, ladies and gents. 1.87 seconds now. It's coming down. Are we going to see Kalle Kvisto chase down and overtake Andrew Lovesey, who is the championship leader at the moment? Kalle Kvisto 4th in the championship, the Finnish driver. This is getting ever closer as well between these boys. Armstrong ahead of Walters with Svetanov behind, and then Geddes as well. Svetanov has just gone past Craig Walters. I think Craig's got damage in a straight line, or aero damage anyway, so it's hurting him in a straight line. Craig tries the cutback, doesn't quite get it. Svetanov gets held up by Armstrong. Oh, Svetanov's missed the apex a little bit there, but he carries the speed. It looks like for another few corners, Armstrong has survived. Paya's moved away a little bit from this lot. Just ahead of them is Cladera, then Reed. Scott Angelo is in 5th place. Someone that is doing well, actually, is Robert van den Heuvel at the moment. He's kept his car clean, he's gained 10 positions, and he's up to 13th overall. Sebastian Hain is behind him in 14th, a couple of seconds back. Harry Bowen is close to the back of Arturo De Villa. There's really strong battles all the way up and down the order, isn't there? And who is the driver of the day so far? Svetanov? He's really been flamboyant, isn't he? He's putting in a lot of effort. Look at this, down the inside of Armstrong into turn 1. On the brakes, the Bulgarian goes. And through he goes indeed. Great stuff. Number 10 as well, my favourite car number. So he gets the thumbs up from me for driver of the day at the moment. Armstrong is still not putting him... I was going to say not putting up a fight, but he certainly is. This is the battle for 3rd, by the way. Luis Correa is coming through on Kevin Walsh, who is 3rd in the championship. Correa flying past. Just going to have a quick look where Correa is in the championship. He's actually 5th as well on 41 points, so he wants to really take the fight to these boys. But Kevin making him work for it at the moment, you know. Louis soaring at the wheel there just to try and control the car as best he can. Kevin gets a little bit sideways. Louis going to try and get alongside. He's on the right. Tries to carry it around the outside, gives Kevin all the room in the world, but gets a good exit out of the hairpin, so he stays with him. This is nice and close. Wow, Albert Sala. The Ware brothers are in 16th and 22nd. Rene Ware is in 22nd place. There he is. And Sander is in 16th position at the moment. But we'll go back to this battle because it's very interesting indeed. They've got a lot of space around them. 8 seconds back to the car behind, which is Peter Reed, and then 8 seconds ahead to Kalle Kavisto. So these guys are in a battle of their own. Lap 9 out of 16, so we're just over the halfway point as well. Please let us know if you are enjoying the broadcast so far. Don't forget to subscribe to Simracersworld TV. And thank you, of course, to the series sponsor H20. This is shaping up to be a really good fight for the last few podium spaces. Timo Paya has been overtaken by Svetanov now as well. Although Paya gets the cutback. He's not going to take this line down. Louis Correa has just gone past Kevin Walsh. Oh, Svetanov in that very striking livery, a bit all over the place. Armstrong takes advantage as well, comes down the inside. And this battle's still going on, by the way. Kevin Walsh still holding off. Still holding him off, but we do need to go back to this now because the slipstream will come into effect now. Timo Paya is going to get the slipstream off Svetanov. Armstrong tucks in as well. And down the inside goes the Finn on the Bulgarian. Leaves him only as much room as he needs. And these very brightly coloured cars. Oh no, Reed was off the circuit for a moment there. He's back on, although he's not. Well, Scott Angelo's going to go through. The car there that you see is number 23. That is Jean-Louis Mauger, who's a lap down. And this is still going on just behind it. We've got Walters and Geddes in the background as well. Down the inside goes Armstrong and Paya. Looks like he's got the job done nicely. And of course, the more these guys battle, Svetanov is going to be able to get away. And he's up to 8th. Like Ian says, definite driver of the day at the moment. I mean, Louis Correa is up there for me as well. He's just gained his 23rd place, but he's gone deep into turn 1. And Kevin Walsh still holding on. Don't forget Peter Reed as well, actually. He's gained 14 places as things stand. Car in front of him there is not for position. That's Van der Noord, who is 23rd and a lap down. He is battling with the number 20 car behind him there. That's Cladera. He needs to hold on to that position. But yeah, look on the left-hand side there. Correa, 20 places gained. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. And he's going to try it again now on Kevin Walsh. Kevin's on the right-hand side. Thank you very much, Fons. I'm glad you're enjoying the broadcast, my friend. I really enjoy bringing these broadcasts to YouTube and Simracersworld TV. And of course, I do have to thank Ian and all the guys at Simracersworld for getting me on board to do this. It's been fantastic fun for all the broadcasts I've done already, and hopefully this is the start of a great partnership. And hopefully we're not going to see a partnership between the front bumper of Louis' car and the back of Kevin's car. Oh no, Scott Angelo's off. Scott Angelo's had an incident. Let's have a quick look. Looks like he's had it on his own as well. I'm going to put a bet on. He's going to clip the grass on the right-hand side now. Are you ready? Oh no, wow. Oh, he's just changed down and the car's just snapped around on him. Luckily, he gets it out of the way and doesn't hit anyone. But Kevin Walsh is still in front of Louis Correa, and I don't know how. I really don't know how as well. But he's doing it. Into turn 1 they go. Lap 11 out of 16 now as well. Of course, race leader Andrew Lovesey doing everything he needs to do at the moment. The gap is 1.6 seconds now to Calais Cavisto. It might be Carl Cavisto. I'm sorry if it is. I don't want to get people's names wrong. I know how irritating it is to hear a commentator get your name wrong. So if you do want to send me any complaint letters, I'll put my address in the chat. But down the inside now. Oh, look at the run. Look at the run that Correa's got there. That's perfect. He keeps the car hugged to the inside, and Kevin Walsh can't do anything about it. The car in the foreground there is number 19. That's Stuart Dalton for DH Racing. Kevin Walsh gets a bit of the slipstream. He's back on the outside. Back on the brakes. But oh, Louis gone deep. Louis gone really deep, and he's going to be on the gravel, and that is going to put pay to his chase. Oh, Louis, he's dropped it at the key moment. Luckily, he's got a long time on Peter Reid. But that's such a shame for Louis Correa. Such a shame indeed. Sebastian Hain and Craig Walters have just swapped places a bit further down the order there. 12th and 13th at the moment. These guys both in very bright black and green cars. Highlights of white, of course, on Sebastian Hain's car. We carry on with the Svetanov Chronicles. He is chasing down Scott Angelo now, so he's looking for another position. Like Ian said, don't forget that he was last after turn 2, and he's now back up to 8th. And Kevin Walsh is Max Walsh's dad, so here you go, Max. Your dad has been holding off Louis Correa very well all race, and Louis has now binned it and is way further behind, so Kevin just needs to keep it clean to the end. Got a good battle going on behind Dave Geddes as well, of course, between Hain and Walters now. Still a good train of cars, but in the foreground, it's Svetanov. He's going to try and get through on Scott Angelo. We'll go on board with him. Yeah, he's driving well. Ian's correct. Well, hopefully, Max, he holds on to that top 5. He's on a podium. Well, he's on for a podium at the moment, so fingers crossed he keeps that, mate. He's doing a fine job. Svetanov really showing some good pace. Oh, and there you go. Scott Angelo's binned it. I don't know what is going on with Scott Angelo, because the car keeps like snapping around. Listen to the gears. It's almost like he just doesn't get it in the right gear. It did it before and it snapped around on him, and he's lost a lot of places. He's down in 15th now. There's cars just streaming past him. And of course now that means Svetanov is up into 7th position. Here's the battle between Hain and Geddes. Just in front of this is Armstrong and Pyer. There's some great battles going on all over the place. I can't really figure out where to look at the moment. Armstrong here is all over the back of Pyer. He is the flying Bulgarian. Armstrong down the inside on the Finnish driver. Gets it stopped as well, nicely into the hairpin. Very well done. Pyer's now got to watch his mirrors because Sebastian Hain is going to be all over him as well. Hain, of course, qualifying quite well and practicing right near the top of the order. So he's certainly quick. Oh, as Geddes is around. I thought I heard squealing tyres. A real shame for Geddes. Who gets the best run out the final corner? Armstrong went wide. Paya's got a good run. Yeah, he must have it on a H-pan. That's what I was thinking. Keeps missing the gears. Now, we're not going to go 3 wide, are we, boys? Because that would be very silly. Down the inside goes Hayne on Paya. Armstrong thinks, I'm not having that. I'm going to get a cutback, though. Down the inside is Sebastian Hayne. Maybe gives him a bit of an elbow and a shoulder barge on the way. Pereira comes through as well, through the middle. What fantastic racing, 13 laps in, and this is great stuff to watch. Oh, sideways there by Sebastian Hayne. Awesome stuff. I'm sorry if my microphone keeps clipping and going loud. I'm just getting way too excited at this. Timo Paya now. Armstrong down the inside. Paya turns it in. He's not scared. He does not care. He does not want Armstrong to be that close to the back of him. He's saying, nah, this is my corner, mate. I'm going to stick down the inside here. Look out for Pereira in the red and black car. Just popping out. There he is. He's going to try and get the run on Armstrong. Onto the brakes any second now. There's Pereira. Pereira getting it stopped nicely. Oh, and I tell you what, he's tried to go down the inside, then the outside of Paya. Paya doesn't give him all the room in the world. He's got a wheel on the gravel now as Pereira. He's really putting the Finn under pressure already. He did qualify second on the grid, though, did Martin Chespon Pereira. Puts it down the inside, as Armstrong did a lap ago. Paya still on the inside. Oh, Sebastian Hayne put a wheel on the grass there. Not sure if he did it round, and Pereira around the outside of the hairpin. What a manoeuvre. Moves up into 8th position, but Paya's not giving up. Just slots in behind then. Concedes the place, and Pereira, brilliant move up to 8th position. Very strong driving there. Sebastian Hayne, I think, has got a better run than Armstrong at the final corner as well. The German going through on the right-hand side of Simtech Racing Team car. Moves over a little bit, says, look, this is my position now, sunshine. Oh, as Paya was going slow through turn 1, he has to get out of it. I want to look back to the front, though, because Cali Cavisto now is within 1.1 seconds, as you see in the bottom right, of Lovesey, with just 1 lap to go. Hip and shoulder, that's the phrase, Ian. That's what I was trying to get at. Not elbow and shoulder. Oh, Hayne has got past Paya as they come onto the back straight now. Armstrong needs to find a way through as well. Oh, the gap's just gone up a little bit at the front. Back up to 1.4. 2 laps to go for these boys. Not 1 lap to go. Just over 4 minutes. Cali Cavisto. I can't believe it, I know. 2 laps to go already. It's absolutely flown by tonight. I've been broadcasting for nearly an hour already. It's mental. But thank you, honestly, very much for everybody for popping in tonight. Sunday drivers, of course, H20. Thank you to Simracersworld. And, well, Svetanov goes up to 6th. He's passed Cladera already. He was 5 seconds down on him before. Don't quite know how he's done that so quickly. Paya's just lost the place to Armstrong, and now he's got Walters behind him. But this lead battle, oh, it looked like there was a bit of contact there. Walters trying to go through on the right-hand side in the SRL car. Down the inside he goes. And through into 11th place. Paya's still in 12th, though, in car 12, so he's doing fine. Svetanov and Cladera still having a fight, though. Cladera doesn't want to lose his place. Rene Ware has gone off track again a bit further down. He's 22nd at the moment. But here we go. We have to look at this because Cavisto is really closing now on race and championship leader Andrew Lovesey. Oh, Alvaro Rodriguez Porter has apparently crashed. Either that or he stopped. He must have spun it or something. Oh no, he's just gone wide and then, oh, he clips the gravel and the car goes around. He's still coasting. Here are the leaders. It's less than a second now between these guys. Cali Cavisto is within a second, so if he gets some good slipstream on this final lap, he could be on for a win here. We'll go on board then, see if we can see the difference. Svetanov is still fighting with Cladera further down the order. They're only 0.2 of a second apart. Cavisto driving a very controlled race at the moment, gets a nice run out the final corner. It's not going to be enough to stick with him. or at least make a move. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide in turn 1, but he needs to keep the speed up, and he'll be all right. Michael Ellett is having a bit of a nightmare. Michael Ellett has dropped a couple of positions right now to Sanderware and Geddes. Oh, there's cars around all over the place there. Oh, and the leader gets blocked. There's a car in front of him. I think that was that's the Frenchman. That's Jean-Louis Morget. Jean-Louis got in the way there, and Lovesey hit the back corner. Not sure whether that'll have damaged the car at all, but the gap is now back up to 1.06 seconds as they go onto the back straight. I don't think it's going to be enough for Cavisto. Here's Michael Ellett just trying to get past Craig Walters. I think Ellett had a bit of an issue before and went off the track. We'll look back at the lead though, because Andrew Lovesey has done everything right in this race so far. He's driven a great drive, and of course Cavisto gradually chipping away at his race lead has been brilliant to watch as well. But either way, no matter which driver wins here, I want to see plenty of clap emojis in that chat, please. Looks like Cavisto's not going to be able to do it, unfortunately. But it's been a brilliant drive by Andrew Lovesey. And the Simulation Racing League's MX-5 comes around the final corner. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Andrew Lovesey. Kalle Cavisto finishes in second place. Great race for the pair of them. And 17 seconds back. Not even into the second to last. Max, you can be proud of your dad, mate. He's done a brilliant drive here. Held off Correa very well. Kevin Walsh rounds the final corner to round out the podium. Third place finish, very well deserved. Great drive. And here is Louis Correa, who has gained 22 places. Again, more clap emojis in chat for Louis Correa, because wow, what a drive from Louis. Awesome stuff. Peter Reid as well. He gained 15 places in that race. He started 20th on the grid, and the number 50 car finishes in 5th place. What a drive. Yordanin Svetanov, I think it's safe to say, driver of the race for everyone here. Svetanov, what a great drive by the Bulgarian. He seems happy with it as well. Car is weaving around. Paya has just lost out to Sanderware across the line, and Walters. Walters just beats him over the end there. What happened? Oh, not sure how soon before that he lost the place, but that must have been very close. Here's Harry Bowen around the final corner. Just in front of him there is the number 7 car. That's Arturo De Vere. They are 19th and 20th. Harry Bowen there rounding out your top 20. But yeah, what a brilliant series that was. It was so up and down all over the place. Drivers going off all over the place. Drivers overtaking everywhere. Some very controlled racing by the guys up front. But Kalle Cavisto finishing in second. Great job. I would show you Andrew Lovesey right now, but he's disappeared off the circuit for a minute. But wow, what another brilliant race from this championship. And the first broadcast, of course, tonight for these guys. Let's give you the race results then, shall we? So Andrew Lovesey wins the race, doing an amazing job to finish ahead of Kalle Cavisto, with Kevin Walsh in 3rd position. Then we have Louis Correa in 4th, 22 places gained. He can be very proud of that. Then we have Peter Reid in 5th, with Yordanin Svetanov in 6th. The Bulgarian driver definitely wins my driver of the day as well. Martin Pereiro finishes in 7th, with Sebastian Hain in 8th. Then we have Pedro Cladera and Neil Armstrong rounding out the top 10. Neil had a very strong race, plenty of driving there that can be certainly taken in high acclaim. Lots of moves. Michael Ellett, the pole sitter, actually managed to sort of claw some positions back there to 11th place, but he would have wanted to win. Sanderware finishes in 12th with Craig Walters 13th. Timo Paya 14th with David Geddes in 15th. Robert Huvel finishes 16th ahead of Bram Claes and Scott Angelo. Arturo De Vere is in 19th with Harry Bowen in 20th for Fast Cars Go Bang. Javier Lopez in 21st, and the cars one lap down or more were Rene Ware, Peter van der Noord, Stuart Dalton, Alvaro Rodriguez Porter, Jean-Louis Morget, and Craig Hawkins did not take the start in that one. But what an awesome, awesome race tonight. Very, very chuffed with how well that went. Just going to have a quick check and see whether we've got the guys waiting in here. Yes, we do indeed. And, well, it's definitely the first guy that we should bring in for an interview tonight. It's, well, goes without saying really, but Andrew Lovesey joins us in the booth. Andrew, you're going to be over the moon with that, mate. That was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. A bit of a tough one. I think I clipped Mike on the hairpin on the first lap. His brake really, really early and caught me off guard, but gave me a bit of damage, which made the rest of the race a bit sketchy. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was good.
And what do you think of driving these things around Okayama? It's quite slippy Japanese tarmac, isn't it, for a rear-wheel drive car, especially after the recent updates to the MX-5?
Yeah, fixed setups, not my favourite in these cars. I don't really race them very often, in all fairness, but yeah, it's a tricky track. I think the rest of the tracks we've raced this season have been pretty smooth going, and the winding sections in this track make it a bit difficult in this car. Yeah,
definitely. And in terms of the championships so far, then obviously you're going to be pretty happy with how that's going. Is there anyone that you see in your mirrors and just think that they could give you a run all the way to the end? I mean, Kavisto was quite close in that one.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I was struggling to get. I couldn't get into fifth gear on the back straight, and he was catching me up at that point on the track every single lap, which made it a bit hairy. But really, in terms of the championship, Bram's the main sort of threat to me so far. But I don't know quite where he finished. I don't think he had the best race, so hopefully that's some four wins out of 4 races for me. So that's a good start, I think, to the season.
Oh, definitely. It doesn't get much better, really. Bram finished in 17th place. He managed to claw it back to, so a massive difference in points there. Now, I was just going to say, in terms of leading laps in the race, of course, the last one is the most important one to lead. What were you thinking near the end when Cal was getting a bit closer as the race came to an end?
Yeah, that was not a very nice last lap. I think back markers played a part, definitely. There was a big, I think it was like a 3-car pile-up on the third corner going into the last lap, which I ended up running into the back of one of the back markers as well. But I think Cal got caught up in it as well, which was lucky for me. Otherwise, I'd have been stuck on the back straight, I think, going into that last lap. But yeah, once I got over past the hairpin, I started about a second lead. I thought if I just keep it nice and tight, it's not an easy track to pass on. I should be okay.
Well, you certainly, from the outside, mate, you made it look very easy, if I'm honest with you, so very well done. In terms of the broadcast itself, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fun watching it back. It was very lively from where I'm sat. I'm sweating buckets right now. It's I do love doing these broadcasts, and I put a lot of energy into it, but wow, I didn't know where to look in that. It was awesome. So I'm sure I'm sure you'll enjoy it, mate. Before I let you go, though, tonight, Andrew, is there anyone you want to give a quick shout-out to, mate?
My mum, all my family. No, it's just I appreciate the commentary. It'll be really good to watch it back. It's the first one we've had that's commentated on, so it should be really cool. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Not a problem, Andrew. Well, we're very well done again on your win tonight, mate, and hopefully if we do this again, I'll speak to you then.
Cheers, buddy. All the best.
Cheers. Thank you. Race winner Andrew Lovesey there. And the next guy that we're going to bring in for an interview, of course, this was a very popular result, especially with his son Max as well. Kevin Walsh joins us in the booth. How are you doing, Kevin? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much.
Good stuff. It seemed like quite a lively race out there tonight. Are they all like this?
Yeah, they can be. If you start in the middle of the pack, it gets a bit tough.
I couldn't breathe through most of it. I was just saying to Andrew then how much I love doing these broadcasts, and well, there's stuff going on everywhere in these. I suppose you probably count yourself a bit lucky that you were near the front and away from quite a lot of it, were you?
I struggled in qualifying. I come out at the wrong time, got stuck behind some of the slower drivers during quali, so I ended up in about 10th, I think it was. Missed a big pile at the start, ended up in 3rd with Bram next to us. Took a clip in the hairpin off him and then affected me brakes and me right turn. After that, so I struggled then. I was doing 150s, I think, at one point. And then I had a good battle with Louis, and that was tough. That was probably the toughest 5 laps I think I've done defending.
Well, it certainly was a good defence, mate. I mean, Louis was throwing everything at you, and it just seemed like no matter what he did, you always came out of the corner ahead. And of course, when he made his mistake, you didn't get caught up in it either. He just sort of did it on his own accord. Yeah,
I think he panicked a bit. I think he thought I was going to just turn into him, and I thought I was going to do the switch back and take it wide and try and get back in on. And I think he might have thought that, and he's just missed his braking point.
Yeah,
it's a hard braking point on the inside to stop.
Oh yeah, definitely, because it goes off camber slightly, doesn't it, into the hairpin? So
yeah,
it can get away from you. But of course, you know, nerves of steel. You kept it on track, you kept it ahead of him, and you got the job done. So surely a podium will be very, very well celebrated tonight, I imagine.
Oh yeah, sweating now. Cup of tea.
Definitely. Well, if you're self-isolated in the same house as your son, then you can get Max to make one, because he was certainly singing your praises on the broadcast. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
Thank you very much for hosting. Brilliant.
Yeah, not a problem. It's been amazing. I'm going to have a word with Ian in a moment as well, I believe, from Simracersworld, who helped sort all this out. But it's been a pleasure watching you, mate. Before I let you go, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
No, mate, no. Just thanks for everyone and Sander for organising the event. Great stuff.
Smashing. Well, good to speak to you, mate, and hopefully if we do this again, I'll speak to you then.
You will do, mate. Cheers now.
Cheers, Kevin. Bye.
Bye.
Kevin Walsh there. Very lively character indeed. Awesome to speak to. And the third driver that we are going to speak to tonight had a bit of a tough race as things go. A couple of incidents here and there put pay to a good qualifying. Bram Claes joins me in the commentary box. Bram, how are we doing, mate? You all right?
Hello, Chess. Well, like you said, it was a very eventful race. Yeah, those things happen. I didn't qualify that well. I think I started at P5. Yeah, so that was a little downset from there. But yeah, the first lap, you saw what happened. I couldn't avoid anything, so I got some damage. I could continue, but I noticed I lost power. I tried to do a lap or two extra, but I saw people coming on the straight past me. I said, yeah, I have to pit. And then from there on, yeah, you know it, it's gonna be practice a testing session. So
yeah, it seemed like quite a tough one trying to make your way back through. Of course, you know, when you're going through such a big field as that with such a spread of different drivers at different pace, I can imagine it's you've got to be very focused, haven't you, to make sure that you notice what everyone's doing.
Yeah, well, I actually was more watching my CAPS program. It was nice to run the green times. Well, it was nice to see the green times from the others that I was catching up. But yeah, as I said, I took quite a lot of time in the pits. I'm happy that I took place or 3 or 4, I'm not sure anymore. But the hopes for 15th place to get at least 1 point, yeah, were too much. I didn't reach that in time.
And of course, with championship rival Andrew Lovesey winning the race, it's a little bit of a setback to your championship. Do you reckon you can claw that back in upcoming rounds?
Yeah, definitely. We have still some many races to go, and as you see, a lot of things can happen. This time I was on the end of the lottery. Maybe the next time I'm going to be up front and can leave it all behind me. But yeah, these things happen in racing. I'm not mad at anyone. It's just unfortunate. I wish I would have been with Kalle and Andrew in the front, because it was a nice battle. If I saw that on my timing screen. So yeah, they had a very fun race. That's the most disappointing. Did. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm sure you'll enjoy watching the broadcast back if you do. There was a lot going on all the way up and down the order. Of course, we kept our eye on you as well. Just before I let you go tonight though, mate, is there anyone you want to give a quick shout out to?
Yes, well, definitely all the guys here in the group. It's a very fun group to start with. Sander is doing an amazing job to make the group go forward and to make the Drivers' Cup, well, renowned, as we say. And also, I'd like to thank the new sponsor he brought in, H2O. I'm looking forward to work with them in the future. And yeah, let's see where we can get this going. And especially you, of course, and the other guys from Simracersworld.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you very much, Bram. Good to speak to you, mate. And hopefully I'll speak to you again in the future.
Definitely. Good evening, Chess.
Cheers. Bram Claes there, very lovely guy to speak to. Absolutely awesome racing tonight. And one more guy to speak to tonight who wasn't actually on circuit. I bring in Mr. Simracersworld himself. Ian Roots joins me in the booth. How are we doing, buddy?
Good evening, Chaz. Yeah, I'm doing really well. What a race.
Oh, it was amazing, wasn't it? There's stuff going on everywhere. I was just didn't know where to look half the time.
I know. Yeah, it was pretty awesome at times. And that first couple of corners, once we got them out of the way, and then, you know, everybody settled down and true pace shined through. And I say the flying Bulgarian tonight, Svetvanov, oh my God, what a star. He's a privateer. Simracersworld are looking for drivers.
You have to pinch him up, mate, because yeah, like you say, he was flying awesome to watch, just carving his way back through the order, and the fact he was last after turn 2 because of a spin, it's just amazing. And even with damage on the car as well, I mean, we saw the whole time when he was coming towards us down the back straight, and you can see it on the screen now as well. The front of that car is not straight; it's not quite as it left the factory. So, an amazing job all round. What do you make of everything that's gone on then, as a broadcast and as a partnership with the guys?
I think it's the start of a very long partnership. It was amazing to watch. Your enthusiasm, as always, shines through the broadcast as a whole. We had 57 viewers, I think, at one point, which is astonishing for late on a Sunday night. Shall we say a school night, but not in the UK. It's incredible, and I want to thank Sander for making contact. Sander Ware, this has all come about because of contact that he made to me, and this has been a goodwill broadcast on our part, for his guys and to see how everything works. But lots more in the pipeline, some more stuff to reveal in the coming weeks. But yeah, these guys put on a bit of a show tonight, and if they don't come back very soon, I'll be very disappointed.
Well, it was certainly good fun to broadcast, mate, and thank you, of course, to you for getting me in to do this. I've really appreciated it. We've obviously had a very good working partnership so far, and long may it continue. But yeah, I think everyone's had a good laugh tonight by the look of it. We've actually, I tell you what, we'll drag him in now. Sander Ware joins us in the booth. Sander, how are we doing, my friend? You all right?
I'm good. I hope you have good connection through my phone. I only have it on my phone.
Got his microphone switched on, which will be a bit of a shame.
No, yeah, we can just about hear you, mate. Just about.
Okay.
How did you find tonight? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was a really, really nice opportunity for us to have the race broadcasted, of course, by Simracersworld TV. And yeah, I think all the guys were really looking forward to tonight. It was a real success. It was a typical race for us, I think, with many incidents and with many things going on.
Oh yeah, there was never a shortage of action when it came to the on-track stuff. What did you think of your own performance tonight? Did you find that you had a good race, or was it a bit of a scrappy one?
Well, qualifying was a bit disappointing. I think I had a bit more time in me. I think my optimal times were looking good, but I couldn't really pull the lap together. Start was really good actually, but I got caught up in some incidents just in front of my nose.
Yeah.
So I couldn't avoid it, and that damaged my car.
Well, these things happen, don't they, with racing as close as it is tonight. I mean, we see a lot of it, especially at Okayama as well. It's a very slippery circuit with the wonderful Japanese tarmac that we all know and love. But you know, it's been great to watch, to be honest, mate. I've really enjoyed broadcasting it. I mean, I'm beaming, smiling from cheek to cheek at the moment, because I really hope that we get to do it again, if I'm honest.
Well, I am too, and I think, like Ian said, it's hopefully the start of a long partnership, especially also as we count on our sponsor H20 Esports, with the motor behind this whole idea. So yeah, hopefully we can set something up and in the future have more races.
Cracking stuff. Well, I'm sure we will, mate. Thank you very much for jumping in for a minute. Ian, as well, I'm going to let you boys go for now, unless there's any final words.
No, I just want to thank everybody involved. You know, it's been a fantastic show, and hope everybody enjoyed it. It's been a great evening. Thank you very much.
Any final words from you as well, Sander?
Yeah, thank you very much to you both, to Ian and as well to you, Chas. A great opportunity for us, and I think there's much more to come in the future.
Sounds good to me, boys. Well, I'll let you go now, but hopefully I'll speak to you again very soon, guys.
Okay, bye.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Ian and Sander there joining us in the booth temporarily for a quick chat. And that does actually bring us to the end of the broadcast tonight. It's a real shame that it's come along so quickly, but we've been live for nearly an hour and a half now. It's been an absolutely awesome night of racing. Thank you everybody who has joined in on the live stream. We had over 50 viewers throughout most of that, and I'm very grateful to each and every one of you. And for everyone that has subscribed tonight as well, as Jack has been saying in the chat, we're only 2 subscribers away from 200 at the moment. So So if we can get that, get some likes on the video, we'll be oh so grateful. And of course, you may see more broadcasts like this in the future. Thank you to Sunday Drivers as well for allowing us to do this, for Sim Racers World for getting me, Charles Draycott, on board too, and H20, the series sponsor. From me and everyone involved tonight, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.